Right, so after much anticipation and weeks of having to sit through all the modded gameplay and stuff, I'm finally at the point where I can do the settlement build. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start small with some of these, and I'm just going to focus at the moment on doing what I said I was going to do in one of the videos, and that's build a representation, or as close as I can, to the layouts and everything else of my own home. And then over the coming weeks, because I want to start getting into the Nuke World stuff and Automatron as well, I'll probably come back and do a little bit more settlement building in different places. I picked Sanctuary because at the end of the day, all my supplies that I've picked up, including the modded supplies that you can actually get, all pretty much are stored here. And even though I could set a trade route up to different places, I just wanted to start a little bit easier. So what we're going to do is build upon one of the pre-built platforms which you can get in Sanctuary, and we're going to try and take it from there. So without further ado, I'll mute the microphone and get down to building my house. Okay, hope you enjoy.
over. We're in control.
Okay, so if you're wondering why music cuts out at this point, it's basically because you can only have so many SHAREfactory tracks to one point, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is basically give you a little bit of definition of what's going on in this bit. You'll see that the clip all of a sudden slows back down to regular time any second, but that's mostly because I wanted to point out what it is I'm actually taking out of it. Even though the house is currently complete now in terms of structure and basic stuff that's in there, I still really want to go in and add a couple of stuff from the junk, like for telephones, vases, teacups, kettles, all that type of stuff. I want to really do a proper job on this. So the house you see as a finished product at the very end of this is actually more of a house finished minus all the accessories. I couldn't help but put a couple of different stuff in there to represent my kids' rooms. Unfortunately, coming up in a second, you're going to see something which is absolutely unintended, unscripted, and I was just trying to I couldn't remember how to rotate an item after you've actually picked it up. I could turn it from side to side, but I couldn't remember how to rotate back to front. So yeah, it's coming up any second. It's not this. That was me just figuring out the different buttons to try and like turn something. I thought I might be able to rotate it horizontal as well. And yeah, here we go. As you can see, totally not planned. Trying to try the different shoulder buttons to see if it would actually rotate the teddy upwards a bit, and unfortunately it didn't. Instead I ended up chucking a hand grenade into my youngest daughter's bedroom instead. So yeah, great parenting lessons 101 there for you. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we're about to wrap up with the tour round. So if you have watched this far, thank you very much. Don't forget to leave a like, and I'll leave you to it. Hey guys, Crowangel Gaming here, and as you can see, the house is now finished. Compared to the real life house, this one is obviously standing on its own, where in reality it would be part of a terrace. But I was surprised actually when I've been doing this how close to the real thing I've been able to actually make it. Guaranteed with the restrictions of a game, and I haven't got any extra I've not actually added any extra mods in for building, so pretty much everything in there is using the base stuff at the moment. I'm kind of laughing now as well because outside our house is a main road like this, so it is pretty good. Guaranteed this one's curved, it's normally just a straight road. But yeah, it's normally you'd have houses that side and that side at the same time, but I've put a couple of extra details in which are just for my own personal quirks. I mean, you've got the recycle boxes outside the door, my cigarette bucket, that would be actually a wheelie bin, but obviously with the restrictions I've just made do. Same with a lot of stuff in here, I've made do with a lot of stuff. Got a couple of hanging stuff on the wall there that represents something that we've got that's hanging just over the sink. As you can see, there's sink and draining board. Got the washing machine represented there as well. My wife's coffee machine in the corner next to the thing. Cupboard space. All this is as close to authentic as you can actually get. Cupboard space again, another worktop counter, the microwave on top of a food storage cupboard, which we've got there, trash can and the cat bowls for his food and stuff. Got the recycling box in here as well, a couple of storage stuff where we keep all like notes and stuff in, a couple of shelving for utility and the unused household appliances and stuff, which unfortunately I haven't been able to put anything on yet. Eventually I might do another video where I can get some bits and pieces and stick them on like pots and pans and plates and stuff. Tumble dryer and a fridge. The proportions of the house are actually a bit bigger than what ours is. I've tried to add extra walls in to try and squeeze down. This is actually how our actual wall is. It has actually got a little alcove type of thing there as well. Little shelf, big cabinet in the corner with all my DVDs and stuff on, like normally. The layout of the room is more or less exactly as it is in mine. That's actually a Titanic painting, so I've tried to get the best I can again with that. A couple of family portraits on here, but obviously they haven't got that in the game. Another cabinet with yet more DVDs on. This is where all the magic happens. In fact, this is where I am exactly right now. This is like in front of the TV with the PlayStation and stuff, the clock, and another arty picture just above the TV there. These are actually meant to represent patio windows, as best again as I could actually do, given the restrictions. Little in joke here. This is actually my son's. Food table with his little red chair that he has, and that one's meant to represent my daughter's high chair. So as you can see, I've tried to put as much little nods to stuff in there. Another DVD shelf. As you can see, I'm quite the DVD buff, and this is actually supposed to be my son and daughter's toy box. So I put a little bit of extra detail in there. You can hear my daughter there in the background. Into the hallway, and again, pretty authentic. Another DVD shelf. Yeah. Going upstairs, this is actually supposed to be family portraits and things like that, which we've got on the wall as we go. This is the only part of the house which is really not to proportion. This is a lot narrower. This is probably about as thick as it actually is normally. It's a little narrow corridor there. More cat food bowls for whenever you want something upstairs. Gonna go into the bathroom first. Again, try to get the bathroom as cut down as I could. You won't believe the amount of times I had to put extra walls in here just to get the proportions more or less right. Bathtub cabinet is actually a mirror here as well, but unfortunately I haven't got any mirrors in the game, so I've had to make the best I actually can with this. Toilet, little airing cupboard around the back end of it as well, and the window, small window which overlooks over to the front of the house. As we come through into my son's bedroom, as you can see, I've tried to put a couple of nice little touches in. He's got some superhero posters and things up in there as well, which I've tried to represent his TV video for where he watches all his little Disney animations and stuff. Clothes storage, wardrobe, again trying to make do with the in-game assets for what I can. Little books storage again there and there. Another poster which we designed up on the wall there. A little chair in the corner for when he wants to read his books. Another airing cupboard just on the side there. Go into my daughter's room. This is another room which I've had to add a lot of walls just to try and shrink it down a little bit. It's like her daughter's room and the storage room at the moment as well, which is represented by the fact we've got a bunch of boxes here as well. My daughter's crib, and a poster again that we made. A couple of chairs in the corner. Again, I've tried to put as much authentic detail in as I actually can. A couple of storage chests as well, and a shelf where she has all her various clothes things on. Another storage thing for her various different clothes. You will notice scorch marks on here. I accidentally, whilst I was trying to rotate one of the teddy bears, I accidentally set off a hand grenade, so yeah, great parenting there. Which blew one of the teddy bears out the window. Into the master bedroom, which is our bedroom. Again, some arty posters we've got up here. This is my wife's side of the room. Over this side, where she's got various books and books and books and books and books and all kinds of stuff on there. Big double bed. Again, her wardrobe on that side. Old TV, which just looks up for the PlayStation 2. Got the view, obviously, out the back window. My wardrobe. Chest of drawers, another bit of art poster, some old VHS videos are on there as well. Oh god, what else? I think that's more or less it for the thing. I've put in a little attic space, even though this doesn't have like a ladder. You've got to stand on a chair to get up there, and the hole's a lot smaller. This is basically I've just used for adding up the power stuff, and this attic is a lot more emptier than ours is without all the junk up there. I might at some point get some Vault-Tec crates and stuff and just absolutely litter this place with nothing but them, just to give it more authenticity. So yeah, okay. Right, down to the back garden, if you can call it that, even though that's where the little letterbox is. And put my house number on as well. So yeah, letterbox would be on this side, so this technically is the front of the house, even though it's the back of the house. It's dark, it's all confusion. This, even though there's a dog in it, we don't have a dog. This is actually meant to represent our son and daughter's playhouse, which is actually out the back. Bit of patio furniture, which the residents of Sanctuary absolutely love. They always come in and eat in here. That bit of barbecue, a couple of plant life down the back there. This, I had trouble getting the grass surface actually on here, so for now, until I can find a way of doing it, this is supposed to represent just the garden, even though to be honest it is quite accurate. Another little stoned off patio area down the bottom end here. Yeah, that by the way is supposed to be like a patio as well out the back doors. Little path coming down to where there should be a gate onto the car park, which is down the little back bit over there. A couple of more seats out the back. This, ironically enough, is supposed to be a rockery of all these different types of rocks, but again, just making do with what I've got. And well, oh yeah, and the Christmas tree is actually a fir tree, which is actually planted in that exact same location out back. So as you can see, not fantastic, but I've managed to capture the essence of what my house actually looks like, and I hope you've enjoyed it. It took a long time to do, and if you've seen if you're seeing this, should I say, after the basic mod, the video I've actually put out, then thank you for sitting through it all, even though it was at a speedy pace. I'll be loading this separate as well, just so you can see the finished product on its own. So there you go. That's my crib, and I hope you liked it. And as they're doing the MTV thing, now get the hell out of here. So there you go. That is the Crowangel gaming home. I should say the Crowangel gaming home as done in Fallout with mucky walls and everything else. So yeah, it is a lot cleaner in the real house, although with 2 kids it is pretty accurate to some degrees. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this special look inside Crowangel Gaming's home as done via Fallout 4 settlement building. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. I hope it's worth a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and bye.